class. This is your homework for Saturday SHSAT class. As you recall, you weren't able to go over the English language art portion of the SHSAT test on Saturday because you guys spent too long on math. So for class B, I assigned homework where you would be filling out the error sheet, right? So you would write the question number that you got wrong, the answer choice that's correct, answer choice that you picked that was wrong, the topic of the question, what error you made, and an explanation. So let's start. So for today's question, the topic would be commas. Right? And if we look at this question, it says the Colosseum in Rome, Italy, which is considered one of the new 7 wonders of the world, is the largest amphitheater ever built and can hold more than 50,000 spectators. The answer for this question would be B. Why? Well, if we look at here, it says, which is one of the new 7 wonders of the world. And what is that? That is a modifier. And remember this rule, modifiers must be separated by commas. Of course, this rule doesn't apply all the time, but it applies most of the time. So this is what you would put underneath your explanation, right? And I already listed out the topic for you and the answer, right? So make sure you put that all on your paper, as long as what kind of mistake you made. Maybe you were confused by the commas, or you didn't know how to do this question. That would be the type of mistake you made. And make sure you also put your wrong answer, so you know that you made this specific mistake and you wouldn't make it again in the future. All right, moving on to question 2. Question 2 says, which revision corrects the error in sentence structure in the paragraph? So the topic of this particular question is sentence structure, as it says in the question, and also run-on. Right? Why is it a run-on? Well, that's because of the answer. The answer is actually the first sentence itself. E, right? Why? Well, because sentence 1 is a run-on. How so? Sentence 1 is a run-on because it consists of 2 independent clauses, right? So independent clauses are clauses that stand by themselves, and there's no conjunction in the middle of them. So let's look at the first sentence. In September 2016, the National Museum of African American History and Culture opened as part of the Smithsonian Institution. So that itself is already a sentence. If we added another sentence to it, then it would be considered a run-on because it goes on for too long, right? And in fact, that's what it does. It adds another sentence to it without a conjunction. The museum is already the Smithsonian's 3rd most popular site. So to fix this, we need a conjunction in the middle. All right? All right, moving on to the next question. Number 3. To promote their club, a bake sale will be sponsored by members of the debate team on Wednesday. So this kind of question is a modifier. Well, where's the modifier, you might ask? The modifier is right here. To promote their club. And if my lessons on modifiers have taught you anything, modifiers must be next to the noun they modify, right? And this is a must. This isn't sometimes, it's pretty much all the time. Modifiers must be next. So if we look at this, well, who's promoting their club? Members of the debate team, right? Therefore, C is the correct answer. Right? It's as easy as that. Don't get modifier questions wrong. All right, number 4. How should this paragraph be revised? So this actually has 2 topics. That being verb tense and comma. But really all you need to look at is verb tense, because once you figure out the first part, you don't really need to look at the second part. Okay, so the answer for this question is H. Oh, sorry, not H. G. Okay, and why is it G? Well, the reason behind the answer is because all the other choices, all the other sentences at least, have a verb that is in past tense. Sentence 3 is the only sentence with a verb in present tense. Remember, verbs must always be in the same tense most of the time, right? So you can't go from talking about past tense to present tense, right? It should usually be in past tense, past tense, past tense if you're writing a paragraph or a story. Don't switch between tenses. Right, that's going to be part 1 of your homework. I'll post the rest of the parts. You can skip through them throughout the day. But yeah, and each paragraph passage will probably be its own part.